ahwefo ne tiefo Akroma TV so ana wasugu so ahuti na emreka krani openya ne din ede echema no ntumi akopie mu ewo yoko ekodi ndakakra ewo honom ama journalist akese akopie mu ewo ho journalist kese ano so akopie mu ewo honom na odi makotene pa wo Joy FM and I say Joy News. Now okopie mu wo honom MPP supporters bi ede omo sake kan no ema no koye court case ema koye nsem deja come to me etna say edi asem no I say ka say court etumi amane ono so ne final decision as a ruling need to me ababonten na anu ye din ye papa mo yenko ji asem chirimu ya rewo sem kese mo yenko ji asem chirimu emfi eye o mankasa o amaso ye Joy News aso ye na e bai bi de ho enkomo.
An Accra Circuit Court has denied a sympathizer of the opposition New Patriotic Party, Theophilus Thompson, who assaulted journalist Lateef Idrisu bail. He is to reappear in court on June 18th after pleading not guilty to assault and threats of death. 55-year-old Theophilus Thompson was captured on video along with other suspects who are currently on the run assaulting Lateef Idrisu during his live coverage of the detention of the party's Ashanti Regional Chairman, Bernard Enchibwezako, also known as Chairman Wuntumi, in Yoko custody. Kenneth JC sat through the court proceedings and joins us with updates. Kenneth, what more can you tell us?
Well, so currently we're at the Accra Circuit Court. Court proceedings have ended after several minutes of deliberation between the state attorney and also counsel for the accused. The judge refused bail to Theophilus Thompson, who is 55 years old. He's been remanded into custody and set to reappear on the 18th of June 2025. Now, the new development that we're currently picking from my colleague Lateef is that he's received a call from the investigators. They've told him that they have invited new suspects to the police station, and he's been invited to come and see if he can identify that if indeed these people were part of those that assaulted him. So that's the new development that is coming up. New suspects have been invited by the police to assist with investigation. Well, during the court proceedings, the counsel for the accused pleaded with the presiding judge to grant his client bail on the basis that he is not guilty, he is not a flight risk, and also he has a permanent place of abode. He did indicate that denying him bail seems to be a sort of punishment for his client, and the state prosecutor did indicate that no, he should not be granted bail because he could tamper with investigations that are currently ongoing. He also did indicate that Thompson should not be granted bail because he also, there are some victims at large who, some suspects at large who I have indicated have been invited by the police to assist with investigation. So that's what happened here. And of course, we had some big wigs of the New Patriotic Party coming here to support. We had the national organizer, Nanabi, coming here. We also had the deputy general secretary of the party, Salam Mustafa, also making way here. None of them spoke to the media though, but that's what happened here. And of course, Lateef Idris also had his family, 2 members from his family also come here to throw their support behind him. So really, that is the latest development from the case. Fresh suspects have been invited by the police to the police station to assist with investigation, and of course they've invited my colleague Lateef Idrisu to help identify those suspects.
But do we know the names of these fresh suspects?
Well, we do not know. Lateef himself doesn't know who they are until he gets there. So we will be waiting. Of course, it is a developing story. So when we get there, or when Lateef gets there, he will be able to identify those people for us.
Thank you, Kenneth. Still on this matter, we're joined by the Executive Director at the Media Foundation for West Africa, Sulemana Brahima, for more on this. I mean, you have been campaigning for protection for journalists to be able to do their work. Does this surprise you that we still record assaults on journalists?
Well, it's not surprising, particularly given the rhetoric and sometimes the actions from certain
Yes, we any semi fear joy news and so akachi eba bontin our manga so journalists bako MPP supporters be don sa akeke kana and also some ababontin. My so in video no.
Political figures. And of course, also, given the situation in the past where impunity for crimes against journalists almost became the order of the day, I assume that people feel that it's still okay. And in fact, if you assault a journalist, nothing would happen because we've had cases in the past where nothing happened. And so, for me, it's not surprising that these things will happen.
Okay. Now, generally, how would you assess the current state of media freedom in Ghana? How are we making progress at all?
Well, to the extent that we are seeing the police pick up someone for the assault on Latif Idris, I think that is a positive development. And as your reporter indicated, a few more people have been picked up for possible identification as suspects in relation to the assault. And I think that is also quite a positive development. Indeed, in the past, Ghana had always been one of the brighter spots when it comes to press freedom. It's unfortunate that over the last 6 or 7 years, we went down the slope. And I can only believe that with a new government in place, attempting to reset things, we expect that the resetting agenda would also affect the media landscape in terms of freedom for journalists to practice and in terms of the general freedom of expression ecosystem in our country.
I mean, you talk about resetting the system. Currently, does Ghana's legal framework adequately really protect journalists and media houses in general, or you've identified some loopholes that you think that during this resetting they can include?
Well, I think that generally our legal frameworks are okay. The Constitution, which is the parent law, extensively provides for media freedoms. And I think it is one of the unique things that we have as a country in terms of the elaborate provisions in the Constitution when it comes to media freedoms. Apart from that, I think there are sections in the criminal code that people have talked about in terms of the offense of publication of false news, the offense of publishing news that can cause fear and panic. It is something that we have been talking about as requiring repeal. But I should also say that the absence of a broadcasting law sometimes also make a number of media houses go wayward. So we cannot just be talking about freedoms and freedoms and freedoms without responsibility. Over the course of time, I think that legitimately there have been concerns.
Ahanam de kasibwe na ABC am de kasibwe ebramidin ye de obinge bro sechi. Which one comment section wa ko kire wa dwen na mnyabra misumutumi akenkan e de amaw. Makram.